architects in general have a responsibility to this planet to create and design sustainable structures. The fact is, in 80 years, there will be no more oil left on the planet. And in about 20, 25 years, it will be completely unaffordable. So we need to start thinking how to reduce energy costs and build sustainably.
Well, we're in Crestone, Colorado, and we're getting ready to build a straw bale here. We've poured the foundation and we're running the mud sills now, and we should be running straw bales next week sometime. People here just want to live a simple life, and they don't want to live a life that is the way a lot of people are living now, is wasteful to the earth's resources. And so a lot of people are trying to build alternative homes here. It's kind of a mecca for that. I would say maybe a third to a quarter of the houses are built out of sustainable materials with sustainable design and architecture. Passive solar, straw bale, minimizing the wood use, using local materials, local woods if possible. So it's kind of unique to some other places in the country. This house is a little over 1,400 square feet. It's straw bale on 3 of the walls, as you can see. And the south wall is all framed because we have lots of windows on that side. This house is going to be totally off the grid, completely solar. We're also going to have solar hot water to heat the floors. It's going to have radiant floor heating, and it will also have the solar to heat the domestic hot water, the showers and the sinks and the hot water inside the house. So with a propane backup if it's a cloudy day. So it's a pretty self-contained system. Hopefully, they can do most of their electricity and their hot water completely off the grid from the energy of the sun. You see the strap here. There are 2 bottom plates down here. We have a double mud sill that's bolted down onto the foundation into the concrete with J-bolts. And we take a router and route out a little channel so that this compression strap fits into that channel. It goes through to the other side and goes all the way to the top of the box beam, and we compress it down with a ratcheting tool and then crimp it together. We hook up the 2 ends, hook them into the tool and ratchet it down tight, and then take another tool that's a crimping tool, and you see these little crimp connectors here, and we just take that crimp tool and crimp it down, and it holds it together. And we actually brought these walls down about 1.5 inches, so they're all pre-compressed, so they're ready to plaster whenever we're ready for it.
My name is Paul Kopena, and I build straw bale houses here in Crestone, Colorado. Straw bale lends itself very, very much so to owner-builder projects. As a contractor, that's all we do is straw bale homes. So it's definitely very possible for anybody to get involved, and it doesn't really matter so much as the climate, more the detailing. Currently in the United States, there's enough straw produced every year to build about 2 million straw bale homes. And quite a bit of that straw is actually burned in the fields every year because it doesn't compost very well, and it's viewed by a lot of the farmers as a waste product. So instead of turning it back into their soil and building their soils, they just rely upon chemical additives and burn the straw. And these houses really become a joy to work in and live in. And that's another huge difference. When you drive through your standard suburbia in America today, and you just see box after box with not a lot of definition, not a lot of character. These are houses that are isolating us from the spirit of the Mother Earth. In my house, you actually get to walk around on an earth floor. My house is 2 years old now, and I'm averaging about $20 a month for both heating and electric combined. This is about 1,200 square foot exterior footprint. Energy usage for households in the United States has doubled. Last August, we had a huge grid breakdown, and they're looking to put in high power transmission lines and nuclear power plants to try and make up for the difference. You can see a real strong passive solar aspect to the house with all the south glass. Probably about 60% of my heating needs is from just passive solar gain. And we're trying to design and build homes that are environmentally sensitive and have the earth in mind, and use very little energy outside of the stuff that we can get naturally.
I think it's the numbers of people who have been willing to use straw bale for their homes. It's been proven to be a very viable material that's fireproof, it's very insulative, aesthetic, and a natural material that's not going to off-gas anything.
This is my straw bale storage shed, and right now it's probably 70 degrees in there on this beautiful mid-November day. We just plastered the surface on this in September, and this is an earthen plaster with clay and sand, manure. We use both horse and cow, and then straw fibers and some wheat paste as a bonder. So we used all straw bale walls on the exterior and earthen plasters inside and out. And this is probably the warmest building that I have on the property. My straw bale shop, you can see what our patio door replacement glass units set direct, and there's 4 of them on there, and it gives us incredible solar gain in the wintertime. The higher sun angle in the summer doesn't affect the temperature in there at all. As a matter of fact, in the summer it's nice and cool in there with all the mass and the concrete floor and adobe and earthen plaster walls inside. But in the wintertime, we probably get up to about 75 degrees every day without any backup heat source.
Hi, curtsy.
We're working on a tight budget. We're hoping to get it in between $90,000 and $100,000. We have a lot of people helping us out with different things. The owner is working on the crew, so he's helping out, and the owner's wife is doing some work too, making phone calls, and they'll probably be doing some work that they can do easily, like staining and painting and some little finish work that doesn't take a lot of tools or skill, so they can save some money there in that way. We wanted to make this house a simple design so it's cheap to build the structure and spend the money on the finished details. It's pretty standard. It's got 2 bedrooms downstairs and a bathroom, kitchen and living room downstairs, mechanical room downstairs, an entryway, and master bedroom, master bath, and walk-in closet with a deck coming off the east side upstairs.
I'm just doing it because it's my house, you know, so I'm kind of learning as we go. I've done some conventional construction in the past, but mostly I'm just learning as I go. We're going to have an adobe floor, and underneath this about 1.5 inches of dirt, we have radiant tubes that work around. They have a send and a return back into the systems room. Underneath that is a layer of 1.5 inch foam, and under that is, again, dirt packed down. Between this dirt and the adobe floor, it's a really solid mass. We also have a couple of concrete slabs under the cabinets in the systems and bathroom, so they will radiate the heat rather than losing heat just up and out through the walls and through the doors. It really is a more efficient and slower process, so that heat's not just pumped out and then lost. It actually works gradually and radiates throughout the day.
I see it slowly starting to change, coming more into the mainstream consciousness that we have been building unhealthy environments, and people are seeing it in their health. And I think it's just going to be what's important to people to come forward and say, I'm not willing to live in this kind of environment anymore.
I'm Vonda Jones from Crestone, and we love our straw bale house.